so much. Welcome. I just thank you so much for coming tonight. It's my third trip here to Vietnam, which is my favorite country to visit and teach, and I'm just happy to be here. In the next 45 minutes or so, I want to give you an opportunity to think about what not to do, and more importantly, what to do to be a great leader, of yourself and others, because you really have to be able to lead yourself before you can lead other people. So relax, open up, and we'll have a good time. Tonight I want to cover, obviously I'm going to cover the topic, which, what are the 7 mistakes? And then we're going to move quickly to what you should do. I want to talk, for example, about how to be a systems thinker. That might be a new concept for some of you. I think you'll enjoy this. I also want to talk about self-awareness. You can't lead another person unless you can lead yourself. And I'll spend some time on that. That's the topic of several of my books, this whole idea of self-leadership as a way to promote your career and yourself and lead other people. I also want to talk about, what is a leadership system? You know what work looks like. You go to work and you have goals and you have peers and you have bosses that tell you what to do. But I want to talk about what it means to develop a system. I also want to talk about the difference between leadership and management and there's a difference. They're all 3 important, and they may be some new concepts, so I'm going to go through the differences and how you could use them: leadership, management, and coaching. And of course, I'll talk about what does an effective coach do, and we'll spend we're going to do an exercise and have some fun. By the way, I'm going to cover a lot of material from my newest book that came out last year called The Best Manager. And the reason I wrote that book is because I spent close to 27 years managing, doing a lot of things wrong, and a lot of things right. And I decided in my doctoral research, my PhD research, to put together a little book that had to go. Don't give them the desired state. Just have them do their job, send them home. That's a great way. If you want people to bring their bodies to work. Number 2 is make people feel really important. Don't ask them about their family. Don't ask them how they're doing. Don't even say hello. Just assume because they have a job and you're paying them, things should be okay. When people feel like, they're not cared for at work, they work, but inside they're not vested in the organization. So one way to not be a leader is to not make people important. And remember, people are your greatest assets. I don't believe you can motivate another person. In my research, I don't believe it's possible. But listen carefully. You can't teach someone to motivate themselves. And that's what's important. The third idea is just demonstrate low integrity. Make a decision on Monday morning and change your mind on Monday afternoon. And don't tell anybody. That's a good way to get people upset. So have low integrity. What's integrity? Integrity is where what you say is consistent throughout the day. And people can trust you. So if you don't want people to trust you, make lots of decisions that are very inconsistent. Have a little focus on building strong teams. Just have competition at work all the time. I spent many years in high tech, and with all due respect, many high tech companies do ranking and rating, competition between people. When you have competition between people, you have winners and you have losers. And that's not good. So you want to develop collaboration at work. You want people to work together. So if you don't want people to work together, don't focus on teams. Just have people compete. Like if this was my college class, I would say, well, 30 of you can get an A tonight, 40 of you can get a B, some of you will get a C, and there's about 10 Fs in here, whether you like it or not, because it's competition. And if I set up competition in this room, you're going to start to treat each other much differently. So just have everybody compete with each other. Have winners and losers. Have the employee of the month. And the employee who wins the award will be thinking to themselves, oh no, are my friends still going to like me? What am I going to do next month because I already won? Well, everybody else says, hey, what about me? I should be the employee of the month. I was pretty good. So, don't focus on teams. That's another mistake. The next mistake is just don't share information. Don't share project plans. Don't share customer success. Don't share new customers. Don't share revenue. Don't bring people together like this. Just keep everybody in the dark. Tell your management staff to tell people nothing. Right? Keep everybody in the dark. That's a great way to, again, have people bring their bodies to work, but not their mind. Finally, next to last, make every project an emergency. So when people come to work, give them an emergency every single day. And make them work really, really hard. And tell them how exactly to do it, but not why. You know, I've learned when people know the why, they figure out the how. So if you want to really make people upset, just bring them to work every day and just give them emergencies, busy work, and micromanage them. How's it going? Are you, did you get that done yet? Oh, you need a few hours? Okay. Well, how's it going? Just hover over people, make them nervous in a great way. And finally, place a little importance on developing people. Tell your people, look, we're paying you, you have an office, some of you even have a window, stop complaining. I don't care about your career, that's not my business. So these are really good ways that I never want you to practice if you want to fail in leadership of yourself and other people. So in the probably 28 years, these are the 7 things that I've seen ruin the morale, ruin organizational success, lose customers, and lose money.